So welcome everybody, my name's Coxie, and welcome to my YouTube page. Over the coming weeks, months and hopefully years, you're going to see me attempt to start sim racing at an older age. Some of you may have guessed already, I'm a bit older than the average teenager who sits there sim racing. I'm just coming up for 50, and a few years ago during the times of COVID, I started sim racing with a friend online on Xbox, which served a purpose because we were all bored and we needed something to do. And I sort of got a bit more into it. Started with a Logitech wheel, and then very soon after that moved up to a Thrustmaster TSXW. And after a couple of years of doing that and realizing that there's nobody on the servers on Xbox, it was time to go and bite the bullet and buy a PC. Now, I'm a bit of a technophobe. I'm not very good with PCs, hence this is my fourth attempt at doing a video. I keep having problems in it. Hopefully from now on I've got the settings right. What I'm planning on showing you is how you can start off sim racing online and try and make it easy. Don't make it difficult for yourself. And most people are racing online using Assetto, Corsa, Competizione, iRacing or rFactor 2. Some of them on Dirt 2 as well. I do a bit of Dirt 2 as well just because I enjoy it. It's good fun. But I wanted to get online and start racing on Assetto Corsa Competizione. I've got an Assetto Corsa as well, which is always good fun to play with, but this is a little bit more serious. So what I'm going to show you today is about getting your ratings up. Now, as you can see from the screen, my ratings aren't looking too bad, to be honest. I've only had the PC running for about 4 days, and I've probably spent 7 or 8 hours on it, really, just getting to know how the PC works, to know how the game works with the PC. I haven't even configured all the pedals and everything up at the moment, and learning the tracks and learning what's different between Xbox and PC. And what I'm generally finding is that the PC is actually a lot easier to drive. So for instance, Mount Panorama, I had 3 stars up there. I was dreading doing that because on Xbox I had lots of problems with it, of trying to learn the track and getting online. I find with the PC it's actually a lot more direct, it's a lot easier. Um, I did do a video yesterday which I posted up on my YouTube, which was Imola. Unfortunately you can't hear my audio, and some of the things might be relevant for what you want to know, what you hope to learn by watching the videos, or indeed if you just want to have some fun watching me try not to crash. So basically what I need to do is get my track rating for the remaining tracks up there. I'm still missing Misano, Paul Ricard, Zolder, KYALAMI and Indianapolis. So I think we're going to do KYALAMI. I have driven it briefly on Xbox, but not to any great extent. And the idea is to do 4 laps without going off track, getting no off track warnings, and to keep my safety rating as well. Now the safety rating, I've got 87 at the moment. As you can see, I haven't been racing with other people online. And the safety rating is quite important because you need to be over 80 to be able to race online with other people, otherwise people just won't trust you, to be quite frank. So what I'm doing is trying to keep that up, and that means not hitting anyone. So the aim of my next 4 laps, and the way I'm going to do this is with a 10-minute sprint race. Next 4 laps is to not go off track, not hit anyone, and if I overtake someone in the meantime, fantastic, it's a bonus. I'm not looking to set lap records. I'm not looking to find ideal lines. This is purely to get the safety rating up, so then you can then explore it further. So how do we do this? Personally, the way I would do it is start in a car that works for you, not the car you think you want to drive. A lot of people immediately they get this sim, this game, whatever you want to call it, they're like, I want to drive the Ferrari GT3. Off you go. If you've never driven a race car before, or you've never driven anything like it, even on another simulator, you're going to struggle, or you probably will struggle. So my advice to you is go and drive a car that you can drive, that isn't going to cause you too many problems, rather than the car that you want to drive. Work up to that. So watched a video a while back by one of the guys, and they actually suggested that the Aston Martin Vantage GT4 is relatively easy to drive. I've actually driven the previous model in real life quite a lot. I'll explain more about what I do later on. So I know what to expect from the car, and it's quite benign when it's handling, so you're not going to get too many issues. I've got my AI set to 90%. You might want to set it lower, you might be able to set it higher, it's up to you. But pick an AI level where you can stay with the cars, and then that way you can see what their lines are and what their braking points are, which is the most important bit, and give yourself plenty of room so you can look ahead and see where the cars ahead are braking. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a 10-minute race of KYALAMI. I'm going to do a very quick setup on the car, and it's only something that just works for me that I've found. It's nothing too complicated. I changed the camber a little bit because I prefer the way the car turns in. I'm going to put the tyre pressures up about 1.1 at the front. I'm aiming for tyre pressures are about 27 psi when hot, and I'm really guessing. This is a finger in the wind. I've got no idea until I go around there. With this track and this car, I don't know what gears I'm going to need or anything at the moment. I'm going to bring the fuel right down because I don't need a lot. 24 litres is more than enough. Now the brakes, at the moment it shows brakes set 2. What some people don't realise is it will default to set 2, and they're endurance brake pads. So if you change that to set 1, that's actually sprint brake pads, so it will give you a little bit more bite, and might actually look after you a little bit better coming up to the corners if you're braking late. I'm going to save that just as 10 minutes 30C. I will be saving my setups later on. You can get setups all over the place. You can work them out yourself, which is magic. Or what you can do is you can go on to one of I think Dave Trainer, I think his name is. He sells setups online. But some of the guys, people like Jardier, they are actually putting some of their setups online that you can download for free, and it's not their race setups, but it's a setup that will help you, and then you can understand how the setups work. But I will get into that a lot later on. Over the coming videos I'll talk to you a bit more about what setup I'm using, what I do for a living, because I don't do this as a job. Maybe I'd like to, who knows. If you would like to press the subscribe button and the like button, you might make me as famous as the likes of the very good Rory Alexander or Dave Cam or Jardiel or Basic Ollie or whoever. I do want to give a massive shout out to Christopher Zockling, who helped me a lot. He's a sim racer and races in Porsche Super Cup over in Europe. He helped me a lot with the advice on the PC. He's a very good mate. And also to Ramez Azam, who's helped me out with some ideas as well. And also want to thank Barry Starling from Love Your Logo in the UK, who hopefully, if I can work out how to do liveries on this program or somewhere along the line, is going to be my first sponsor. So let's get started. You've had enough of me rambling. You want to see some racing. Hopefully I'll be able to do this in one. If I don't do the 4 laps, then well, I might be doing this on my own afterwards. Just going to turn my earphones down. So what I'm going to do is try and stay with the cars at front at the moment. Get a little bit of heat into the brakes. That will help bite on the first corners. I don't actually know where this track goes, so this could be quite interesting. I'm just going to ride the brakes a little bit, stay close to the cars in front. Now, up on the top right, you'll see my safety ratings, track ratings, etc. Hopefully, I should turn green each time I come around one lap. Okay. Now, trick here is to stay a little bit back from some of the cars, because what you'll find is they back up a little bit into the first couple of corners. So I've got brake lights coming on. I'm just going to brake nice and early, but I'm going to stay close. Now if you can stay within 0.5 per second of cars in front, your safety rating will start to rise. It goes up quicker if you stay with someone who is a higher rating than you. Now, you're all going to be laughing at lines at the moment if you've driven around here before. Like I said, I don't know my way around here. I don't know what gears I'm looking for, and I'm really not worried about the lines. Excuse me if I don't make eye contact too much at the moment. It's difficult to look at the camera and drive at the same time. just going to stay nice and close to that Ginetta in front. I'm starting to get a little bit of a memory back of this track-ish. That I wasn't expecting. And again, as I say, I'm not out here for times. This is purely just to see where the track goes and get those ratings up. So you're probably wondering what kit I'm using. I'm using the Thrustmaster TSXW. Just before I changed over from Xbox, I upgraded to the LCM Thrustmaster pedals. They make a massive difference. It's so much easier to modulate braking and accelerator, and I found it made a huge difference on Dirt 2. So if you're an aspiring rally driver, I would highly recommend the load cell pedals. They make a big difference. I will be getting an e-brake soon as well. I actually love Dirt 2. I don't really do anything competitively on it. I just enjoy it. It's good fun and lets a little bit of pressure off. But ACC, this will primarily be where I'm going to be racing on mine. I'm already logged on to Low Fuel Motorsport. If you want to find some decent servers, everyone's telling me to go there. And there's different classes for different levels, so you don't need to be intimidated. You can find a group that you're happy to race with. I'm not the quickest in the world, admittedly. I can hold my own, but there's going to be guys out there who are just going to demolish my times. It's about finding a level that works for you and then working up from there. Now, one other thing I will mention about my stream, I'm going to try and make it child friendly, but I'm English and when things go wrong I swear. So I will try and avoid it if I can. And if I post up any videos where I haven't done, I'll even try and bleep them out. Yeah, I should concentrate on where I'm going really. So just a little bit about me. Not the full bio, but I'm based out in Dubai. I've lived out here for 15 years now, and yes, it is as hot as everyone says it is. I'll tell you more about my job in a future video. Right, I need to catch this car up ahead because I'm falling back now, because I'm talking to you lot. I'm starting to remember this circuit a little bit now. Okay, so if you look at my numbers at the top right, I'm hoping to get green on something, would be nice. No, I'm not close enough to the car in front. So the other numbers to look at, on the top left you'll see the lap times. Now at the moment you've got the green box there, which is basically showing how much quicker or slower I am than my previous lap. You want to ideally always be going green, but if you're not going green you want to be at 0-0. That shows you that you're consistent, and consistency is the key in racing. So he's going fast enough, which I'm not at the moment.
We are halfway through, keep it up.
Danger of losing the pack here, so I'm just trying to remember the track in front of myself. That's the problems with sim racing, you can't talk to people at the same time. Okay, so I'm 1.8 behind the car in front. 2 seconds quicker, so let's see if we can get a bit further into that.
This has been your personal best.
3 laps across the board. Just lifted out of that a little bit there just because I thought I was going off. Okay, starting to reel the Ginetta in now. Let's see if we can get it to a position where after lap 4, because I'll have the safety rating, I might be able to make a bit of an attack here. Right, now we're starting to get back with them. 2.2 seconds up. Safety rating still at 86.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That was a bit brave, but I got one of them. I wouldn't recommend doing that when you're doing your track rating. I was confident he was braking early for that. You don't get anywhere by not taking risks.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Okay, I've got the 4 laps, so let's see if we can overtake some people now. Try not to drive into anyone as well, which is quite important.
Car on the right.
That's cheeky.
Clear on the right.
I wasn't expecting him to do that. That's what happens when your safety rating is set at 90. Sorry, your AI is set at 90, they will fight back. I think this is going to be the last lap. I don't know why. Let me know in the comments. These guys in the Maseratis in the AI are lunatics.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Right, man. Neither is on the final lap.
Yeah, I
Give it
went a bit
away,
deep there. I forgot I had a braking point, but it worked. Got past him.
Car on the right.
Needs to come
Clear
back
on
up.
the right.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise doing that, but I don't need to worry too much about my track rating. That's all done now. Just the safety rating. You see, it's actually gone up to 86. Bizarrely, because I came close to the back of that car, it said, "Oh, you did well there." You would never do that in a real race, trust me. I don't know, some of you might. See if we can stay in that green and go faster again. 57 is the quickest lap so far. So I'm trying to work out if that's a second or third gear corner. it's almost full. Okay, don't think I'm going to get any of these again. The track rating is up to 94 now, so I've got my track rating. My safety rating hasn't gone down, so I'm happy with that. Just squeeze him out, good. That is how you get a track rating on Assetto Corsa. Okay. And we went a little bit quicker.
Right, check it, fine. Good job, you did the best you could. Now bring the car back.
So, that is 5 laps to KYALAMI. Come out of that, we'll just go over to the track rating now, you'll see the difference. Let's come back out of there. Back confirm. And where are we? If I go back to the driver being me and rating, track competence, you'll see now KYALAMI as the 3 silver stars. So just Misano, Paul Ricard and Indianapolis, which I've never driven. I might record that one just for some fun, so you can see a few off-track moments. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm not going to bore you much more on this first video. I'm going to tell you more as the weeks go on. Please subscribe, like, tell your friends, share it around if you want to start learning about sim racing from the basics and not just watching, as I say, the guys who are extremely good who are already on there. Come and look at this, and it might help you and give you a few tips of what you need to do to be able to be a sim racer. So thanks very much for joining me, and see you again.